Hello farmers, welcome back to Wyther Farms where winter is here. Winter came in like a lamb, but it's kind of going out like a lion. Luckily, it did come in like a lamb because the first few days of winter were kind of still lukewarm. Well, I mean lukewarm, just above freezing temperatures we were looking at. And it was sunny all days, which allowed us to get our shed up. Yes, a shed up. We got a toolbox in here, a pressure washer, and all my equipment's been under the roof for the winter, getting out of the elements. Got to clean them on up as well. Have not repaired anything. I think I'm going to wait until maybe the beginning of spring before I repair everything. What is this tractor doing in here? No, this is not mine at all. Neither is the plow. This kind of belongs to the town for the day. I'm working for the town today, basically, is what I'm doing. They leased the Case Magnum and the plow from the shop up the street, and I brought it here before the snow came. It's been sitting here, and I was waiting for the snow to end, which it has. And actually, the storm changed a little bit near the end. It actually turned to rain. We're not that far away from spring, actually, but the roads have gotten so bad from the snowstorm yesterday, as you saw at the beginning of the video. It is time to go out and plow the roads. There actually is no traffic on the road right now, and I do need to get up to Wyther Farms because I have been taking care of the animals all winter because Sherman... I don't want to say he's gone, but he's been out looking for his father. No word from his father at all. I don't know. But he said this has happened before, so I'm going to assume he'll come back at some point, but I can see the worry there. Now, there should be no traffic on the road, but I'm going to go ahead and just check on some things here, make sure no traffic is coming. Yeah, I'm not too worried about my own entryway here to the farm. Well, let's go ahead and try to get some of these roads open. So spring is just around the corner. We're actually on the 5th day of winter here. And the next couple of days, the temperatures are going to get above freezing. Actually, it's above freezing right now. That's why it changed the rain. But, yeah, the ground temperature is going to be frozen for quite a while, which means probably not much farm work to do, even like the first or second day of spring. We'll have to see, but first things first, I'm going to make my way up to Wyther Farms. Just go ahead and check on the animals. I was up there yesterday. I'll go ahead and move this plow over some more so it's pushing the snow more over. A lot of snow here. And I'm getting the computer program going for courseplay. We don't need that. So yeah, no traffic on the road today, which is pretty good. It allows me to get some work done here. I don't know how much of the roads I'll get done, but they're paying me a decent amount of money to get it done. So I might be working late into the night to get it all done, but I'm fine with it. They're going to pay me £2,000 for it. Yeah, my money's down just a little bit, paying on the interest fee per night, which is not too bad. We're only talking like £700, excuse me, £700 a night. But yeah, the rest of my money went to the shed. The shed wasn't too expensive, and neither was... Of course, the toolbox was not that expensive. Oop, got a huge... need to go ahead and take care of that all over again, don't we? A little bumpy in through here. Try to get back down the road. So the toolbox wasn't too expensive, and of course the pressure washer is it's a factory high-powered pressure washer for £4,500, but we need it to keep our machinery clean. And the cleaner it is, the better maintained it will be. If I need to get to Wyther Farms to see what's going on with the animals, like I said, I was there the day before and fed them. I knew I wouldn't have time to feed them today, so hopefully I can just go up today and give them some water. I think I have noticed there's a couple less pigs in the pig pen as well. So I don't know if Sherman's been selling. I mean, they pretty much... I don't see them being here much longer, especially now with his father disappearing once in a while. It's hard to run a farm when the person that's kind of in charge disappears, and then you have to go off and try to find them later on. So, yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Don't know how I can help in any way, shape, or form. Alright, now that I got the plow a little bit more angled, this should be a little bit better here to get the snow off the road. I do see a couple of the sheep already. They seem to be out and about, and I do have a grass bale giving it to them there. Obviously, being winter, there's not going to be much grass in the field for them. I do apologize to all the neighbors around here for putting the snow kind of in their yard and in their entryways, but hey, there's only so much I can do about it. We're not going to spread any salt down just because salt is not good for farming, obviously. Trying to make a path over to the pigs here. Like I said, I pretty much just got to give them some water, just make sure they got some food as well. But as for our farm, it's looking pretty good now with a shed, a toolbox, and of course a pressure washer, like I said. So now I should be able to go ahead and take care of our equipment when we need to. And I'm getting kind of excited for next year, obviously, for the reasons of we do have a barley field that we're going to get to at some point. Yeah, they didn't need no water. Must be all the snow melt and everything. They seem pretty well happy over there. No straw though, so I don't think Sherman got around to giving him any straw. Nope, all still sits there. My guess is he's just been way too busy looking for his father. Anyways, let's make some more progress on the roads here. Don't want to plow any more around here. I think it's just better just to leave it as is. And it might even melt faster by putting in snowbanks. I'll just leave some residue snow around here and there. Oh, this Case Magnum is doing a wonderful job. Making the roads passable for the town folks. I'm actually making some pretty darn good headway on these roads here. With any luck, the town should be able to open up the city roads back within about an hour or so. But getting the majority of the snow off, I'm guessing I could go back around later on, get the rest of it off, or just let it melt slowly but surely, because the air temperature is above freezing. The ground temperature isn't quite, but we get a few more days like today, and I think tomorrow is supposed to be up in the upper 30s, which will be pretty darn good. Get the snow melted. At first they did want to put some salt down, but then a lot of the farmers around here said, no, we don't want salt down. Salt's not good for the farmland, so here we are in the Case Magnum with tracks on it, plowing away. And getting the majority of the snow off the road so the cars don't get stuck. And occasionally I can hear songbirds singing around here, which usually is a sign of spring just around the corner. Which would be very nice to get back to. But like I said, it's been like a really mild winter, so I'm not going to complain too much. Now the road right here is a little rough, it seems like. Maybe I was going too fast for it. Of course, I do have a good pile of snow there. Let's get it off the road, but let's try not to push it into the farmers' fields either. And as for our field, the barley field that we do have, I went and checked on it a couple days ago. And it looked like the barley is holding up to the winter rather nicely. So I don't think I'm going to lose much crop there, if any. Like I said, I'll probably come back around and get some of these little areas first. But right now I'm just trying to get the majority of the snow off the road. I don't know when I expect Sherman back at all. He just said he's going to go off for a few days to, look for his father in some other locations that he's been known to go. So I would expect him back maybe beginning of spring. So I mean, I'll keep an eye on the animals for him just to make sure. And I'll keep on doing so until they get back. Gotta clean this up just a little bit better later on. This is actually a really, really nice tractor. But then again, not to put down the T8 that we do have. But this one seems a little bit beefier. A little bit bigger engine in it. Of course, it could be the tracks on the back of it that make it all seem that much bigger. But that's the only downside of the T8 that I do have. Yeah, I can only have weights in the front. I don't have a 3-point linkage. So, if I were to use a plow on my tractor, I have to go on the back. And driving backwards at these kind of speeds, trying to plow roads, probably wouldn't be a good idea. And come on down here to the main road. This road kind of cuts through town. If you want to bypass town, that is. It's a lot of snow. Let's try to push that into the hedgerow, into my own grass field, but it has to be done. I want cars getting stuck. Not many more passes to make, and then I shall be done. Like I said, I don't plan on plowing even my own property with the tractor. I mean, I could, since I do have it in my own hands, I can do what I want with it, for the most part. But I think pushing the snow around, one, since I don't have pavement down in my my yard, I'll just be digging up dirt and making it more muddy. So I'm just going to let it melt naturally. Besides, the only vehicle I got that really goes in and out of my property is our T8. And my T8 should have no problem going in and out. Sometimes the snow piles up a little bit too much for the tractor, so we'll push it into the hedgerow and then start afresh. And get a good run on things. So as for harvesting our field next year when it comes time to it, I've been in contact with the store, obviously, asking about used harvesters or something of that nature, something rather cheap. I don't know if I want to lease one yet or if I'm going to buy one yet, and I still don't know what I want to do with the barley field once we do harvest it. I could just leave it as be or replant right back into it, get some crop in it ready for next year. Or I should say the following year. Yeah, I got a lot of things on the table and I just haven't, I really haven't just made up my mind yet. Probably I won't make up my mind until it comes time to harvest the field. And then I'll figure out what to do with it. But obviously I'm going to have to sell the grain because I don't have no place to store it. And here's the town limits, so as far as I go. Now time to turn around and do the other side. Going past the BGA, and I will say for being as cold as it is, being in the low 30s and being on tracks, this tractor is actually riding pretty well. I thought maybe it was going to be a little bit more bumpier being on tracks, being stiff and cold, but it's performing rather well. There is our field on the right-hand side. Like I said, it's looking pretty good. Before the snowstorm hit, I did have a quick walk around. Getting my exercise through the winter. I'm not really riding my tractor on my fields or anything because being frozen, even though the crop is not grown, I could probably damage the crops being that way driving on them. So just went for a little bit of a walk around the field, to the middle of the field, checking on things, and it all looks rather well. The weeds, I would say probably 15% of the field's got some weeds into it. I'll see what winter does to the weeds. Hopefully it will kill most of them. But I'll know better when, after a few days after the snow has melted, we'll see what the field has. And if I want to weed it, I might. I could lease a weeder herbicide sprayer of some sort, depending on how well they have matured, but hopefully not too much. We're coming up onto an intersection that I've already plowed, so this could get kind of interesting. Right, clean this up as best as I can and go back the other direction. Clean the other side of the road. So in the winter I do this kind of a plowing, and then the spring, summer, fall we do the other type of plowing. But either way, it needs to be done. Yeah, I don't know who's going to go around and clean the entryways to all the private entrances, like to people's houses, businesses, things like that. But I just got told to clear the road, so that's what I'm doing. Go ahead and put this snow pile into here. Be a good place for it. And after I do this little strip on up to the store, that's pretty much the roads. I don't want to say well done, but well enough to where I think cars can definitely get on through. But I do have that one spot up back up by the store I need to go ahead and take care of. In through here, looks like I didn't get the plow down far enough. But I'm going to keep the tractor and the plow overnight, since I'm not the one paying the fees, and we're fine. Just that I think we're supposed to get a little bit more snow later on in the day, so if I get enough, I may have to go back out and redo the roads once again. I will let know the town committee that the roads have had their first clearing, and I'll be going around to clean up some small areas later on. And this spot right here is a little bit of a mess. There we go. Now it seems to be taking care of it. Now I'll go up to the intersection, turn around, head on back to the farm. And hopefully with the next day or so, the temperatures will start getting a little bit warmer than what they are right now. And the snow will slowly melt. And hopefully I can find a couple more jobs to do when spring gets here, just because a little bit more income would not hurt. I like to pay a little bit more off my loan, but I am hoping when that barley harvest comes, because we took really good care of that field, that we can sell the barley for a really, really good price and take care of a lot of that loan that we do have. But I need to go around and clean up some of these intersections so we can open up these roads.